Hello everyone, Small Farmer 6710. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another day on the big 132 Small Farm diorama display. We have a good bit going on today with the contractors have all their tractors lined up for end of year harvest. Hedge cutting is a go, and there's a quite bit going on everywhere else. Let's get into it.
Right guys, kicking it off over here at John's farm. We've a lot going on. So kicking it off over here at the new farmer with his T6 New Holland on demo with his livestock trailer. He was after going to the mart after dropping off a couple cattle and goats. He's loving the New Holland T6. He actually is thinking of buying it, and he wants to fit a loader and take off the front weights, and it's just a dream machine on the road. So hopefully he gets on well with it and gets a good deal. And then over on the mountain there, you can see the ESB. They're just working on, they're checking a couple of wires and everything, making sure everything's in order. And then we have Breda in the Land Rover Defender heading off with the Gator. The Gator has officially sold. It was a very good Gator. It done fabulous work. It's just their land is so close that they can literally pop down in the tractor, no bother. You know, it's not real long fields. So there you go, that's sold. I think they got around like it was a good 10 grand or so. So it's worth a bit of money. Silage pit coming along well. It's fermenting, and we have Oisin the worker in the Massey 2620 with the bale trailer. He's going off to get a couple of bales. And then everything else is parked up. The Lemkin is parked up. That'll be in action maybe in 1 or 2 weeks time. And everything needs to get ploughed first, obviously. And everything else then is parked in. Lovely, lovely. Then heading over here, we have John in the 7430. He has the trailer on, and he's just carting a bit of chicken manure. And he's dropped it there. He's going to start spreading that on the few tillage fields. We've one of the local logistics companies just going down the road here after dropping off a trailer and a load. And we have Kevin. Kevin has just bought a 5 furrow plough, but he's going to convert it into a 4 as the back one is missing, and he doesn't think he can get a replacement for it, so he's just going to put it into a 4 furrow. Anyway, it'll be better because the county will be able to handle it a lot much better. And yeah, he's bombing it down the road. And then we have the big cattle in the silage field. They're getting on very well. As you can see, they've gone very, very strong, which we love to see. So they should be fit to go. And then we have the young stock here. They're doing very, very well. They're getting big and bulky. That's what you like to see. Then we have John's son here in the Fiat Agri 14090 with the Abbey tanker after just slurry tanking after spreading slurry on the field. He's just coming back there, and it was a good field to spread slurry on.
So here in the 4 New Holland dealership, as you see, there's the Massey Feguson 8280, which was one of the most highest voted tractors to be sold from David and Nigel's contracting fleet. So it was actually one of the oldest tractors, along with the 8870 Ford, as the most highest hours as well. So it was kind of made the most sense to sell it, and hopefully the next person that gets this tractor will like it a lot, as it's been very well looked after. David and Nigel are very well known for looking after their tractors, and hopefully it's going to a good home. So the mechanics are just treating it a once over service and make sure everything's working. And David and Nigel are quite happy they got the right price for the tractor, so it all made sense. New Holland 6635 is still in the parking bay for being sold, and there's a Belmax spreader in here as well to be sold as well, and everything else is all for sale. Balers, sprayers, everything else. So here in PJ's farm, there's a good bit of activity going on this week as well as there was last week. So unfortunately, one of the nights there was a crash on this road at 12 o'clock at night, and there was an awful bang into the wall here, and the wall got knocked over. So PJ and his son, they just got a bit of stone from the quarry and they're going to build it up together, so should be a good day's work and hopefully they'll get it done. The son is just tipping the load and PJ's telling him to stop to have enough stone tip. But over here, the forest, a few more trees have been felled over the few days, and they also moved sheep here as they're not putting them in the contractor's field. But yeah, they're all happily grazing on that field there. Nice lot of grass there for them to eat. Here's the new gravel yard that they got put in there last week. It's a very nice job. PJ is a good man on the digger, so he made a nice leveling job on it. And the hens are actually checking it out for themselves. They think it might be a new spot for them to stay, so they're just investigating. And PJ's Jeep is parked there for the moment. In the next few months, this will be all full up with logs as they're going to be working, bringing all the lumber out from the forest in the next few months for the winter. In the workshop, they've new book rake, and the 996 David Brown is parking there, so they'll be parking in the tractor for the rest of the year, the 996, as it's just been restored. And you may be wondering, what's the Sammy doing? The Sammy, the dealership, they're buying the yard scraper off PJ. PJ doesn't want it anymore and he wants to sell it on, so the dealership came over in their Sammy Explorer 100 and they want to sell it to PJ, but PJ is refusing. He doesn't want to buy it. Won't be his type of tractor, but he doesn't need another tractor anyway. And yeah, well anyways, a lot of you are wondering, you wanted the Sammys on the farm, so there you go, a Sammy Explorer 100. Over here in PJ's big silage field, there's a good bit of hedge cutting going on. PJ got in the contractor Stephen and his friend with his 4TW25 and the spearhead, making light work of this big silage field. The 4TW10 is on the McConnell and the TW25 is on the spearhead, so quite a nice outfit and doing a nice job. Here we have one of the outside contractors in their Fendt 936 and the Vicon fast bale, going flat out down the road with the Vicon fast bale, doing the last bit of silage for the year, and they're just returning back to their base. Coming out onto the main road, just coming from the quarry, the Ford 6610 and a Massey Feguson dolly trailer, just got a load of stone for a few of the tracks for winter months. And yeah, he's just turned away. And there's also the Mark 1 Escort on the road as well. So here in the contractor's farm, before we get to the contractor's yard, outside in one of their fields, Mick is doing a bit of plant hire. There's just a blocked drain here in the corner of this field and he's just clearing it out. So first, a few jobs. You haven't seen Mick in a while. If you don't know already, he's the previous owner of John's farm, so he auctioned up the farm in about, I think it was episode 18 or so, a few episodes ago anyway. So he's the previous owner of the farm and he didn't sell his 4CX and he's just doing a bit of plant hire around the local area so to keep him going. So here in the contractor's yard, you may be wondering, why have all these tractors all parked up together? Well, as you know, it's around the end of the year, end of harvest time anyway, and silage time, so a lot of the busiest time of the year. So they always do this, they park up the tractors and they have a nice chat together, celebrating all the work that's gone through this summer, and it gives them an excuse to wash up all the tractors. As you see, all the tractors are relatively clean and respectable, and also the New Holland T7050 is looking well, the new tractor bought by David and Nigel. The Massey Feguson is gone and the New Holland is taking its place. The Fendt 724 is parked there, and the Fast Track, they're both on the slurry tankers. as they'll be going out later on to do a bit of tanking for the rest of the day. The John Deere silage harvester is on the maize header, and that's ready for maize in a few weeks' time. That won't be long coming up. McCormick is polished up, one of the nicest tractors, one of the drivers says. The umbilical tractor is parked up on the injector. The New Holland 8870 is parked up, that'll be going on the plough, and so will the New Holland 7050. And the New Holland T7225 is on the Cane grain trailer, and that's just selling the last load for the local grain co. So quite a nice lineup if I say so myself, and I'm sure you would agree. JSP419S is just lurking around the corner there, and Dave and Nigel and one of the drivers are just start chatting to themselves about all the tractors. And if this is a premiere, what do you think of all the tractors parked up? Quite nice. So going by the quarry here, there's the Fendt 818 and the double axle Red Rock. They're just clearing out a bit of the quarry's yard at the moment and just have a bit of, well, not really scrap, but like stuff that they don't use anymore. Like this is Larry's old drum mower and an old John Deere loader that they had for a tractor years ago, and a fork for the John Deere loader, and an old set of jewels. So a lot of stuff is all not used anymore, so they're just bringing it off to the dealership and see if they might buy any of it, or if not, they'll have to bring it back. So here in Grain Co, there's a bit of action going on. One of the farmers, that farm is beside PJ, actually, just down the road from PJ. He's in his New Holland T6020, and he's just getting a bit of fertiliser for the upcoming months and a bit of seed as well to do a bit of drilling. So yeah, he's getting loaded up with the JCB teleporter by the store manager. Here in Gravel Co, as I said there, they're just doing a bit of cleaning up in the yard, so just have the old pause loading shovel in action. And this is quite a special loading shovel, as it does a 360 with the boom there, so quite cool. And just clearing up a bit of all loose gravel and clay, so just getting that out of the yard. The two Volvo loan dumpers are looking quite presentable, and Larry's new International Combine is parked in the shed with the header on it. It's going to be going back to his own shed where he lives, so it's not going to be hanging around in the quarry anymore. He's going to put it in his shed at home. The JSB 22 tonner is also parked up. That should be going out later on in the week. Do a big job. And the Ford 7810, which works for the quarry, the young lad works for the quarry, and is on the duty dump trailer there. So coming down into the quarry, they've been quite busy there during the week. All the dumpers and trailers and everything has been busy. The Feguson came back from a local show, a quarry demonstration show in the Midlands there, so they're just coming, that's us back here, and it's in the quarry, and just loading up a good big gravel there onto the trailers. And Larry's driving the 825C, loving life, and the 61254 is going out to deliver a load of gravel to a local customer. The Doosan is parked up, and the Doosan loading shovel is going down to the limestone part of the quarry, which he'll load up the Dites DX 4.51, which is coming in with the lime spreader to get loaded up. So that's about it, guys, there in the Grain Co, Gravel Co, and the rest of the farm. Thanks everyone for watching, guys. Been a very nice episode today with a good few different things going on with the contractors and getting into the autumn season is kind of feeling like at the moment. And Daniel has a few things to say.
So guys, if you've seen the Farmer's Journal, the Irish Farmer's Journal during the week, you would have seen myself and Stephen in the Farmers Journal Junior, which is just a little booklet inside the Farmers Journal. And myself and Stephen were lucky enough to get on the Farmers Journal, and we're over the moon. And thanks to everybody who's complimented us on it and really gave us support on it. And it's just been an unbelievable experience just being on the Farmers Journal. So if you are out this week, make sure you pick up the Farmers Journal. It might be a bit of fun reading it for you. But thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye for now.